Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
What up, everybody? This is Jay Saline. This is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And I'm Melyssa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
Yep, it's DJ Damas. Let's get this show started.
All right, so make sure you're listening to us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and iHeart. And if you need to watch the fuckery, go to YouTube.
Yes.
All right, so everybody's on my neck about Lil Nas X.
No, you
did him
don't
dirty.
say.
Yeah, I never got so much attention in my life. It almost makes me want to go off on another rant today. But I have to say, that show, oh my God, I was on one.
Yeah, I thought you must have had like a triple espresso or...
It reminded me of everything that I needed to be. And so I will have to say that you will see more of that on the show. I actually entertained myself. I laid in the bed and I've watched that episode twice because I thought we were just all so great.
Just feeling good. It was good energy.
Yeah.
Even though you was clowning Lil Nas X a little too hard.
Yeah, I mean, I went back and looked at some of his pictures. He ain't that ugly.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
I literally had people in my comments asking me, like, how can you sit next to him? Like, literally berating me for this. And I'm just like, at what point did you get the idea that I can control the way this man speaks or thinks? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can't even control it.
Thank you. Exactly. So listen, if you come for him, he wants all the smoke. Leave me alone because I'm sitting here in my little chair and I've got my own opinions. But shit.
Well, I think we talk about really important subjects on this show, like bullying, right? So like everybody now saying I'm a bully, I'm bullying. But this is what I will say. I didn't even mean none of that stuff.
So
I
why
just
did
did it. I did it to prove my point of how I'm bullied. Us calling Jordan Woods fat, you're fat this, you're fat that. People are hypocritical, and so I hope at some point, people will start to realize.
Well,
like,
wait, did people come for you for calling her fat? Because you called her
She
fat.
is fat.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Listen,
But
yes,
she's cute.
Yes, they came for him, but they were happy to see that you were not at the cemetery. So either way, it balanced itself out. They're like, we're glad you ain't dead,
Well,
but nigga,
what's
fuck
wrong
you.
with being a little fluffy though? Like, why can't she be a little?
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I know, but you didn't call her fluffy. You called her fat.
What's the difference?
Listen, if a
Own
cat-
it.
There's a
Listen,
thing called fat shaming.
If a cat
I'm not
meows, pet it. Okay, but I will say, I'm down 12 pounds. I've been doing this intermittent fasting.
Okay.
I weighed in today. I'm down 12 pounds, so I got to keep going. It's the thing about when you start to lose weight, you be like, ooh, I could fit these clothes again. You just be like, fuck it, I'm going to go to Krispy Kreme. It's being consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that whole, reward system that we've got set up inside of our brains. It's like, oh, okay, let's celebrate with my 12-pound loss with a bottle of champagne and a box of Krispy Kreme's donuts.
Well, look, I told my doctor yesterday, I said, at
And
this
a
point,
steak.
she was like, yeah, you're doing great. I said, yeah, at this point, my motivation is, because once I lose the weight, so I can't be the fat guy anymore, so now I'm just going to be the faggot.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that's what they call me.
Too extreme S.
That's what some people are calling. They I guess my point is they can't attack me for my truth, so they just attack me for the things that either I can't control or that I'm not controlling.
Right.
So once I control the one I can and live fabulously in the one I can't, fuck it.
Okay.
But anyway, I welcome all the smoke. Thank you.
A lot
Yes.
of powerful F's in that sentence right
Yes.
So-
Yes. There was a few earthquakes. That's what I went through over the weekend.
Well, let's talk about your experience this weekend because I didn't feel them.
You what? Oh yeah, you were.
Well, you go ahead.
You were in Vegas, right?
Don't blow my smoke. Let me tell my story. Why
My
you got to say what
bad.
I've been doing?
Okay, so I've been getting a ton of phone calls from people who have never experienced an earthquake
Yeah, me
because they were really big, but they were really big in different parts of California, the Ridgefield or something like that. I can't remember the.
Yeah, we felt like the after ripples or something.
Yeah, so that was 7.1. They sustained a lot of damage, like like $100 million in damages to homes and structures, streets, et cetera, et cetera. There's actually like a crack in the earth that you can see from space.
Oh damn.
I was in a restaurant with my girlfriends, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is another earthquake!" And it was like 3 days after the first one on July 4th. It was
Yeah,
like
it
maybe
was
2 days
whoa.
actually. And the light fixtures, my girlfriends ended up underneath the table. Don't say anything, Jason.
Oh god.
Typical.
Yeah, shut up. Anyways, that was pretty wild.
The wild part is everybody's like, we're 60 years overdue for the big one.
I was about to say
I'm like,
that.
stop telling me that.
Yeah.
We're 60 years overdue. It's going to be massive.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you just want us to die? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, there's like this whole notion that the big one is gonna be so enormous that California is going to break off from the rest of the United States.
That would
And
be
well,
crazy.
if Trump makes it into the presidency for 2020, then I welcome that. Honestly, let's just sail off into the sea because I can't.
So what people do realize, I mean, the last time we had an earthquake here was right before I went out of town, and I was at the Beverly Center, and we were walking through, me and my friend AJ, and the mannequins all started falling down. So I'm like, I thought somebody...
That's huge if you can feel an earthquake in the Beverly Center.
At first, I didn't feel it. I
Right.
just saw all the mannequins falling, but I thought when it fell in one store, I thought maybe, you know, somebody like just threw something.
Yeah.
And then they all just started falling. So we stopped, and then we felt the whole Beverly Center shaking.
Yeah.
So I looked at AJ, I go, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to get out of here? He was like, man, fuck it. We gonna die. If the Beverly Center falls, we're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
but
we
I
just
mean,
stood there
But you
waiting.
don't want to die like that. That's like at the end of Game
I
of
don't want to
Thrones.
die at all.
well, no, here's the thing. Do you not... Okay.
Like, there's no good way to leave the earth.
do you,
Yes, there is.
How?
Not like that where
In
stuff
your
falling
sleep?
on
In
you.
your sleep.
But if you have things to do the next day, it's still bad.
Carbon monoxide poisoning.
That's a good way. It's a nice smooth way.
Or hanging yourself like the guy in
No.
Star is Born.
No,
I just
I
threw
don't
that
wanna-
out there as a spoiler.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
No.
I don't want to do that. The first one was on July 4th, and I was in my kitchen, and Daisy, my dog, just looked at me. Her ears went back. She peed on the floor and ran under the couch, and I realized, okay, so we're having an earthquake. The
Yeah.
shit started to fall because
So did you go? Where did you ran and got under the table?
No, I wasn't sure if it was happening at first, and I wasn't sure if I was still drunk from the night before.
So what did you do?
But I hadn't had any alcohol, so I was like, okay, so this is an earthquake. You're supposed to stand in doorways.
But where did you stand?
I was in the kitchen. It wasn't. I just was like, I'm gonna ride this out.
Yeah, I was at the beach. It was like,
Did you know at the beach that it was happening?
yeah, because it feel like you're on a cruise, but it's like solid ground. So you're like, oh, whoa. It's an earthquake.
Yeah.
I mean, the crazy idea. Yesterday, we were bike riding in Venice. On Venice, you know, on Venice, you could go bike riding, and we were just looking at the ocean, just to think that a tsunami could actually come and just
take
take
it all
out that
away.
whole area. How far do you think a tsunami could come? Could it come this far?
You know what? There was we had a tsunami warning when Japan had their earthquake back in like 2011, I believe it was, and it was a huge one. It was like 7.4 or something like that. Their nuclear plant was flooding, tsunami, etc. We had a tsunami warning here. I was like, Hawaii's about to be gone. It's coming for us. I was on my couch crying.
But could it get
I
all
didn't
the way?
get the chance to
Could
say
it make it all the
goodbye.
way to Hollywood?
I don't think it would make it to Hollywood. No.
No, I think
No, because it's so far
no,
west.
Hollywood's too far inland.
Oh well, shit, I'm good then.
Yeah.
I mean, listen for all of
But
you in
look,
Santa Monica.
Santa
good
Monica
luck.
would be a motherfucking rap. Playa Vista, y'all are
What about Marina del
goners.
Rey?
Goners. Malibu,
But
What
gone.
about Compton?
See, but
No, I think Compton's safe.
Compton,
but that's
Compton,
what-
Compton survives everything.
Jason was laughing at me when I was, flying my plane trying to get my pilot license. I need to be able
No,
to get
tell
out
everybody
of here.
what you were doing.
So this weekend, I flew a plane. I flew a Cessna
This some
plane.
bullshit.
On my own. I had a little co-pilot with me, and I took off.
Who was the co-pilot?
The instructor guy.
Oh, okay. I thought I was getting
He ain't got
some
time to be
tea.
fucking around up there. He ain't got to have somebody
No,
trained.
first of all, I feel like you're on a golf cart in the air. It was the most scary. And then when you first get in, the door didn't close all the way for like a good 10 minutes. It was like, he was like, no, you just got to pull it. I was like, so we're going to take this in the air. But that's why you need skills like that. I'm getting my pilot license in case something happened. I'm flying my ass out of here.
No, what Damage said was, when I get my license, just in case I got to fly us out of here, nigga, I will never be on a plane with you flying.
Yes, you would.
No, we're friends, but
When I get my license,
I
and we
feel
gonna blow up,
I feel safer.
we're flying to Vegas.
I feel no,
in
we
the
are,
jet.
we already got jets. But here's the deal,
But do you have a pilot?
I feel comfortable not knowing the person flying the plane.
That's
Why?
really funny.
Because when I know you, I know all your flaws. So it's just like, oh, this nigga's late to meetings. Like, he's gonna fucking
But
miss
I'm
the
not
landing
late
strip.
to meetings.
So
no,
you-
but if you are, then now you could miss. You could be late on the landing, and then shit can happen.
You know
and
who's a certified pilot? And
don't
he's-
say Laz Alonso.
No.
Don't say Hollywood Hino.
No.
Because them are two niggas I'm not getting in the plane with.
No, Little Duval. He's
See?
always flying his plane. He's
Little
living
Duval
his best life ever.
If I got on a plane and Little Duval was the pilot,
I'd get on a plane with
first
Duval.
of all,
I trust him.
First of all, I do a Yelp review. This nigga don't never need to be flying no plane. Shout out to Little Duval.
So you
Yeah.
really wouldn't get on a plane if I was flying?
No.
That's messed up.
I won't get
Jason.
on a plane if I know the person flying. Like, I won't get on a plane if anybody I know is flying the plane. No. My friend the other day was flying a jet, flying it all over, what's the little Catalina Island out here, doing loops and all that. I know how reckless he is in real life. I mean, he's a successful entrepreneur, but there ain't no way in hell I would. He talking about we need to go on the jet. No way. Never.
Melyssa, you would get on the plane with me, right?
Well, if you do.
Well, look, I'll save my own ass. Y'all got it. I'm getting my pilot license. It's amazing. I did a good first time. I did my first hour. I got 49 more hours to go. Then I have my license.
Call me at hour 49.
Well, listen.
Of course, I'm gonna get my license first.
The only
Yeah.
thing I would say is that when you guys take this flying thing seriously and you get in the plane with him, please just sign over your equity to me in the show. In the case of,
I'll make you a
situation.
beneficiary of my life insurance policy.
thank you. I just leave Daisy to somebody else because I ain't got time to take care of no dog.
I'll take the dog on the plane. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll take the dog.
I don't think she's gonna get
Melyssa is survived by her dog. All right.
Aww.
So I went to Vegas this
little
weekend
baby.
and hung out with the money team. And what did we do? We did a lot of clubbing, a lot of shopping.
Did y'all fly a plane though?
We did not fly a plane.
Okay,
I
just
flew
saying.
first class on Southwest and got there safely. I will say, though,
Hey.
I went to Vegas to the Summer League games. Do you know what that is?
No.
Do you know? Okay, the Summer League games is when the NBA players all come. They all swarm to Vegas, and there's a lot of games that go on of people trying to get picked up by teams. So it could be people that used to be in the NBA or people who have been selected to participate to be scouted for
Did you see
NBA.
Zion play?
Well, Zion was there. I was just looking for niggas. I didn't know nothing about who was who. I saw the Mello, Zello, and Jello. Wait, Lorenzo or Lonzo. I saw all the balls. I was gonna take a picture with Mello and what's his name? Lonzo. I was gonna take a picture with Lonzo and Mello to say I was in between two balls, but I didn't because
That's funny.
I was trying to dodge all the different people. But guess who was at Floyd's strip club and I missed him by falling asleep?
Hashtag track Tristan.
Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson and his former teammate LeBron James went to Floyd's strip club, and I missed it because I fell asleep. I would have went in there and sat right next to him and just looked at him like, what's up? Because I ain't running from nobody.
That would have been one venue he couldn't have you kicked out of.
Couldn't have me kicked out. Couldn't have an opinion. But it was so funny. Shout out to LeBron. He was out at the strip club. Everybody was out there. There were so many NBA players. I will say right now, ladies, if you're looking for a man in the NBA, do not go to a regular game where he's going to be in and out. Go to this weekend,
Summer League?
The Summer League weekend in Vegas, because after they play, they are at the clubs. They
That's
were in
an
the clubs, they were in the casinos, and they were drunk and they were looking. That's all I'm gonna say.
If you do that much to find a basketball player, you're sick.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I think that people, this is what life is
you're
about.
sick.
Set a goal, develop a plan, and just execute it. You can be anything you want, including a basketball wife. Just plan it out.
You feel like that's how you're gonna get married though?
I mean, Melyssa's a basketball wife.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I am so not.
You're a basketball wife to be.
Oh,
do
God,
tell.
no.
Would you be on Basketball Wives, the show?
I've had a bad experience with reality TV. I'm just going to leave it there.
Well, I would love to
I
see
was
you.
I was on since you opened the door, I was on a show where I was promised by the network and by the production company that we were the antithesis of all of the reality shows that try to solve their conflict with combat. We were the antithesis of that. Read, we are the opposite. And, well, that's not what happened.
It never happens like that. That's how they get you in.
It was not fucking okay. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Well, this
and
is
talk
what
about
I
it later at another date.
This is what I will say. You know, this show is mixed with ratchetness, inspiration, tears, blood, sweat, all that. Okay.
That's
Ratchet
funny.
and righteousness.
You're
Right.
so funny.
Well, blood, sweat, and hills.
Yeah.
But let me say that this is one thing for sure. When I first left reality TV, it was because I didn't like the way that I was being handled in the show. And where I am now, I have said I am going to live out the existing talent contracts I have, and I'm going to leave television until I can become an executive. Because I feel like with Hollywood Unlocked, I mean, I own my brand. I'm so far invested in it that I get to control how I'm edited and what I do and this and that. And we can create award shows and we can do all these things. But now I'm at the point where like I don't even want to have a disappointment with a producer anymore. I just want to say this is what I want to do, and if you want me in it, this is what we have to do, and get it done. And people can create it. That whole build your own table thing. I actually was looking for a title for my second book, my business book, and I think I have it. I'm just gonna. Can I put it out? Should I put it out now?
No.
Nah, because somebody might try to take the
Just
title.
wait.
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you guys privately what it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Don't do that.
Okay.
All right, y'all. It's time for another Hollywood hookup. It is
Hollywood hookup.
officially 2019, and everybody needs a great pair of wireless earbuds.
I just got some.
You got some? Mm-hmm. But check this out. See, what you should have did is before you dropped hundreds of dollars on a pair, you need to check out wireless earbuds from Raycon.
Okay, well.
Is right. So Raycon starts at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they just sound amazing.
Damn.
Now, here's a little food for thought, okay? The company was actually founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Cardi B are literally obsessed with these earbuds.
No way.
Yes way. Now, Raycon's E50 wireless earbuds have totally changed the game for me. They're comfortable. I mean, I wish I was rocking them right now. I'm telling you, but, you know, it doesn't really hook up to this system. But look, you can take them literally everywhere.
Like the gym?
Like the gym.
Okay.
So unlike some of the other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are stylish, they're discreet, and there's no dangling wires or stems, none of that. It's just right in the air.
I hate those dangling wires.
Yeah, and I don't like the stems either. Sometimes that just feels funny on my ears. And of course, they just don't look great. They sound great too.
No way, because that's always an issue.
Yeah. Especially if you get like the real nasty cheap ones,
Ugh.
it could be an issue.
It's like you're on an airplane or something.
So Raycon offers wireless earbuds for everyone and in a range of fun colors and an unbeatable price.
Unbeatable, you say?
Okay, so this is what I need you to do. Go to raycon.com/unlocked, okay, to get 15% off your first order. They're already affordable. You get 15% off your first order. That's buyraycon.com/unlocked for 15% off your Raycon wireless earbuds.
I'm literally doing that right now.
You doing it right now?
Right now.
If you've been eyeing a pair, now's the time to get an amazing deal. One more time. That's buyraycon.com/unlocked.
And that's your Hollywood hookup.
That's right.
I do want to give a shout out really quick to 17-year-old Elijah Al-Amin, who was murdered. I'm not going to say, unfortunately, killed. He was murdered by a sick bastard at a Circle K in what city?
Peoria, which is in Arizona.
Okay, in
Yeah.
Arizona. So this was a young black man who was killed by a deranged white man who said that he killed him because he was listening to rap music and he had been previously traumatized by somebody listening to rap music. Now there's a whole bunch of controversy because people are saying that the man was let out of prison early or incorrectly or something. There's some legal issue there.
Yep. And
But
had a which
wait,
shouldn't.
let me say.
Okay.
He slit this young boy's throat.
Yeah, with a pocket
I
knife.
can't even I can't. It brings back the whole Junior thing.
Yeah.
You know, for me, and looking at this little boy,
There's some similarity. There's a lot of similarities there.
similarities.
Yeah, physical similarities, and the story is it's just so tragic because, I mean, you know, the guy's using, just the fact that he's been traumatized. So he's using the excuse of having mental health issues. No, for the most part, most violent crimes are not committed by people with mental health issues. I think that that's like a red herring and just like
First of all,
an
when you
excuse.
go
You're just a fucking asshole and you're deranged and
millions
psychotic.
of people with mental issues that don't hurt anybody. You see
Right.
people screaming at each other. They might even hurt themselves.
I was about to
before they
say
hurt-
they're more likely to hurt themselves.
Yeah, they're more so a danger to themselves. So you can't use that as an excuse. Like, come on, dude, you slit somebody's throat.
He used the fact that he had PSD from having previously been attacked by Black and brown and Latino people who listen to rap music. I'm just like,
So you ran up on somebody and slit their throat. And
somebody who
that's-
wasn't even bothering you, somebody who just didn't even know you existed.
There you go.
Yeah, well,
I don't know how rap.
jail.
I mean, it's one thing if he says, "I listen to rap music and it tells me to kill people, so I kill people." So somebody who listened to rap music made you want to kill other people who listen to rap music. And on top of this, I don't understand the senseless killing of kids. You know, it's one thing when you're talking about killing adults or whatever. This kid had aspirations and dreams of becoming, working in the hospitality industry. And he just looks so young and innocent, full of life. And I guess the issue that I have is, okay, on one hand, if you want to say he had mental health issues, so we release him early from jail, then somebody's liable. So then sue the prison. So prison system, write the check, or nigga go to prison or die for the rest of life. Die or go to prison for the rest of your life.
Or
I don't know.
both.
It's just unfortunate because I just, there's really no answer. You know, and people say on Hollywood Unlocked, we get criticized sometimes. They say, oh, why do you post, all this news about racism and this and that? My contribution in being able to be proud and be black is to be able to share just a snapshot of what's actually happening in the world. Today, we posted a video that's just not suitable for work. It's very graphic. It's a black man on the ground, 2 cops on him. One looks, I want to say Asian or Hispanic. One looks black, the cops. They're trying to handcuff him. He's like arguing with them, and he's basically saying, why are you trying to arrest me in front of my car? Long story short, because they can't get the cuffs on him, one cop pulls out his gun and shoots the guy on the ground, and it's caught on camera. And so now that's circulating on
Is
Instagram.
he okay?
No, he died.
Oh my God.
Here's a question. What are your tasers broken? What the fuck is wrong with your tasers? Why is it always, like Irv said, why is it always shoot to kill shots in the chest? Like, why is that?
Well, let's go back. I will say, back in my former life, believe it or not, for 3 years I worked at a probation department. And one of the things is the training changed years ago from, like if people were running away, you could shoot in the air and say stop or what to scare them. But somebody sensible said those bullets have to come down, so they stopped that and they switched the train to shoot to kill. So they don't shoot to wound anymore, they shoot to kill when you're a threat. But you're only supposed to use the gun when there's an imminent threat.
Right.
How is a person on the ground with 2 big ass niggas on top of them clearly not up and fighting you a threat?
But you have pepper spray, you have a club, you have
tasers.
And some of those
you have
niggas,
all these utilities on the belt.
And some of those niggas have fear too. And that's what's driving shooting a man who's unarmed on the ground. But this goes back to, I said the story on one of the shows where I was in front of my building and got accosted. Some of us never even think it could happen to you. But the reality is, I think when people see black people, they're immediately terrified. And I don't understand that.
When they see us.
And apparently even black people, because you said it was a black cop and an Asian cop. So
well, the black cop didn't shoot him. So when the other guy pulled out his gun and shot him, he was kind of like, what the fuck? But he was still in it trying to handcuff the guy. So they're handcuffing this guy who's dying and then yelling for ambulance and this and that, whatever. I don't know. I hope they prosecute them. But the reality is they probably won't.
Well, since he's not white, they'll probably make a scapegoat out of him and just, prosecute him, to the fullest extent that the law will allow. But cops, as an organization, they're not trying to take down their own. They're not trying to make them vulnerable. We will never really see the day that we see cops on trial for murder, because that's exactly what this is.
So back to the Hollywood Unlocked, the criticism. We use our platform to talk about celebrity news and pop culture and news and world news. But I also think that
on trial and convicted
celebrities are very involved in what's happening when it comes to racism, or like the movie When They See Us, or the documentary When They See Us, or whatever. So for us, we will continue to use our platform to educate and share ignorance and hopefully bring some awareness to a subject that's really important to me and to our people.
Shed a light.
So we dedicate the show to him. All right. A$AP Rocky, your man.
Oh my God, what? What happened now?
He's still in jail. He
is still in jail. So his lawyer has basically said that he is in solitary confinement and he is the deplorable conditions of the jail in Sweden, which kind of didn't make any sense to me, but whatever.
Well, can you break when you say deplorable and doesn't make sense?
It's making it sound like he's in a jail in like the Ukraine or something like that, like locked up abroad or something. I'm having visions of that, and I'm like, this is Sweden. This is probably one of the most civil, sensible.
They're saying he's in bad conditions. That's what they're saying.
I read deplorable somewhere. And then and also something about the food is something. I don't know. I talked to one of my girlfriends in Sweden. She was just like, you Americans love to blow things up. She was like, I will say this. The prosecutor involved is really trying to make a name for himself, and he's known for being an asshole. So that's why the case is carried on to this extent. It's the reason why he's still in jail, because he's trying to make an example out of him.
Well, one Twitter user said Kim Kardashian needs to get him out.
Hilarious.
Kim K, we need you.
I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I did think of calling Larsa to say, "Can you ask Kim to get ASAP out?" I mean, it'd be great for the culture. She probably wins some points for that, right?
I guess.
Okay.
But
there's something that popped up online. I don't know. Do you have it teed up?
No, I was saying they're like doing like a petition like to get him out, and they're also saying that we're gonna ban Sweden. So I think
Sweden from doing what?
I mean, I think a lot of artists aren't gonna go. Go.
Okay,
there
guess what?
perform.
Hold on one second. Guess what? If you want to do that whole ban Sweden thing, guess where you can't shop anymore? IKEA. Nothing out of IKEA, okay? You want to ban Sweden? You want to ban buying shit from Sweden? IKEA, you cannot go anywhere near. There's a problem. I can think of a few other things, but IKEA, you need to stay out of if you want to start banning Sweden
IKEA
shit.
is for poor people anyway, but not that. Let me just say this.
I love IKEA.
Let me just say this. Let me say this.
Go and get my mosquito netting from
I got tons of shit from IKEA. I don't need to shop there anymore.
That's why you got everything you need.
I will say IKEA is a motherfucker. That is an amazing. Whoever created that is brilliant.
Swedes.
Oh.
We're not going here until ASAP.
We ain't going back until ASAP's out. But let me tell
out.
you, so a lot of people have responded to this online petition.
All right, y'all, it's time for another Hollywood hookup.
Hollywood hookup.
So check this out. If you're just not good at doing simple things like me, I'm terrible at going to the post office. It's a massacre when I go every time.
It's one thing I don't want to do.
And I piss the people off that work there. So I got something for you. If you're like that, if you go in the post office and you piss off the workers, I got something for you, and it's called Stamps.com. And at the end of the day, no one really has time to go to the post office anyway. You're busy. You got all this traffic you got to drive through, especially if you're living in LA.
And we like to do things from the comfort of our home.
That's right. Then you got parking, you got lugging stuff. Nobody wants to do that. So that's why I'm going to put you on the Stamps.com. It's all you need. It's one of the most popular time-saving tools for small businesses and just for regular people like me.
And I just started another business, so I'm going to be taking advantage of this.
So with that being said, Stamps.com eliminates the trip to the post office and saves you money with discounts that you can't even get at the post office.
That's awesome.
Okay, so this is how it works. Stamps.com brings all the amazing services of the U.S. post offices right to your computer.
I'm logging on right now as we speak.
Now check this out. Whether you're a small, office sending invoices, or online seller shipping out products, that's what I do, or even a warehouse sending thousands of packages a day, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease.
That's awesome.
That's right.
Keep
Now, this is how it works. You just use your computer, print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, or any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, just hand it to the mail carrier or drop it off in the mailbox. Boom. That simple.
I love it.
You heard that? Boom.
Boom.
That's how it happens, just like that.
Tell them how to do it.
Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving time and money. No wonder why over 700,000 small businesses are already using Stamps.com.
That's a lot of small businesses.
It's a lot of small businesses. So right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale, okay? A digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone on the top of the homepage, bing, and type in Unlocked.
And that's your Hollywood hookup.
That's right. That's Stamps.com and enter Unlocked.
Let me preface what I'm going to say with, I like ASAP as a person. He's a nice guy.
Oh, yes.
He's the culture and all that. But he said some dumb shit that I got to read here, unfortunately, because that's what we do.
Okay.
So when speaking on the Alton Sterling and Philando Castile situation, those are black men who were killed at the hands of police. Reading the Source magazine, they said this was the question this is on the Source, but I don't know if the Source did this interview. But it says, do you ever feel like you're being forced to address the issues of black men being killed by police? This was ASAP's answer, and then we're going to dive into it. They're not forcing me to do shit. I'm just going to stay black and die. Why? Because I'm black. So every time something happens because I'm black, I got to stand up. What the fuck am I? Al Sharpton now? I'm ASAP Rocky. I did not sign up to be no political activist. I want to talk about my motherfucking lean, my best friend dying, the girls that come in and out of my life. Hey, Melyssa. The jicky fashion that I wear, my new inspirations in drugs. I don't want to talk about no fucking Ferguson and shit because I don't live over there. I live in fucking Soho and Beverly Hills. I can't relate. I'm in the studio. I'm in these fashion studios. I'm in these bitches' draws. I'm not doing anything outside of that. That's my life. So before we dive into that, that is what he actually was quoted as saying. I will say, as somebody who loves ASAP as a person, I'm extremely disappointed because that just shows he's so far removed from being black. Now, I'm not saying that I believe he's far removed from being black. I'm just saying if that's what he actually said, that means that nigga's not in touch. The second part of that I will say is that sometimes you have to go through it to understand it, like, and really feel it.
Yeah.
And I bet you he's sitting in there right now thinking about these comments, and he's probably going to get out with probably the same, hopefully with the same energy Meek Mill has on reform, because there's no way you can actually experience it firsthand and not have a different opinion than that.
I'm not going to take up for him, but it sounds like when you listen to that whole statement out loud, it sounds like interview fatigue. Like he did 10 interviews that day and everybody keeps asking him about Ferguson and everything. And it sounded like he just had a sarcastic remark because he said, I am black, I'm living black. I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass because it doesn't sound like that as a person that interviewed people before. If you keep asking the same person the same question every interview, you start getting a little pissed off, and then you forget who you're even talking to. You're on the phone somewhere driving, you're trying to just live your life, and then like you keep asking me about Ferguson. I wouldn't have approached it that way because I have a personal connection and I think it matters to me, but maybe it didn't matter to him that much, and he's like, why do y'all keep asking me about this? It probably could have been played better, but just hearing that out loud when you read it, it sounded like interview fatigue.
Well, I will say that if you have interview fatigue, you should stop being famous and you should go get a job working at Dunkin' Donuts. Because at the end of the day, when people interview you, for me, like clear example, we had Irv Gotti on the show, probably one of my favorite interviews ever. He's extremely energetic and animated, and he answers every question. He's the perfect interviewee. But I don't know a lot about the history of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I know music that I like and that I don't like when I listen to it. I'm not a librarian of every fucking rapper or every beef that's happened or this or that. And honestly, I don't even care about it all. I just like to listen to what I like. And I will say that when Irv was here, there was a lot of stuff in that interview that I was mistaken or whatever. And you were great because you knew it and you've been around it more, right? If somebody saw this interview and say I went to the BET Awards and did the carpet and every single interviewer asked me the same question, I would just be privileged that these people even want to talk to me. And I think that, you know, it goes back to that conversation that I had with Kanye West at his house, at Kris Jenner's house that one time that I went over there, about his comments at TMZ and not really understanding the effect that he has on us black people who hold him to a certain standard of black excellence, or at the time did, right? So, I mean, I'm not going to make any excuse for, I see that point of view, but I guess I'm not going to make any excuse for ASAP. In fact, if I want to do anything now, I want to get to him, I want to interview him now to understand, okay, this is what you said. What do you feel now? Because I'm sure there has to be a difference.
And we also privileged to have somewhat of a personal relationship with ASAP to know, even hearing that, it's like, but he's not really like that. So that's why I'm like, it has to be something playing into that interview fatigue. I'm not giving him a pass because still at the end of the day, you're a black man and these are things affecting us as a culture. But something sounded up with how he was responding. Like, he's not that sarcastic.
But that goes back to like when I threw the drink on Hazel E. You know how many people asked me about that? Like, do you know how many people still today talk about that?
Yeah.
And I will say, I've never once defended throwing a drink in her face. I never once said, I did it because that bitch, blah, blah. I never did that. I have my personal feelings of why I did it. But I took responsibility and based on my behavior, me looking at it and going, you know what? That was some fuck shit. Even though you have a reason that makes sense to you why you did it, I'm not going to go out and lash out at an interviewer because now I'm tired of hearing it the 15,000th time and say the bitch deserved it because, you know, she blah, blah, blah. No, I mean, they asked the question. I answered the question. I moved on. There became a point where I said, I'm no longer answering that question. And so when it comes up, I just say, you funny. And I move on. And that's the end of your interview. Now move on.
Okay.
I'm not going to make myself look crazy.
Yeah.
But there's been, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing is, you know, optics, he probably doesn't have the ability at this point of being famous for so long to turn the reflective mirror on himself, you know, in order to be able to see and hear himself and say, oh my God, that might sound a little crazy if I actually say something like that out loud, you know? And then also, he's not the first rock star that's had a problem with the assignment being placed on him as role model. He's like, he will probably say, I did not get in this game to be a motherfucking role model. That's not what I did. I got in this game to motherfucking rap, and that is what I do, and I do it so well that I'm a global fucking star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, so that would be his argument. He would be like, fuck it, I said it, I stand by it, I don't give a fuck. I could see him saying all that.
But that's where it goes back to, you know, I read the comments. I read the comments. You know, Jason Lee's a colorist because I like niggas who are light skinned. That's what I prefer. Just like some guys prefer Asian girls, or some guys prefer white women, or some guys prefer, you know, totally black and all natural. That doesn't mean that what I like doesn't mean everything else isn't beautiful. Especially up to recent, I've seen and have had a lot of interaction with a lot of beautiful black men. I love being black. I'm prideful in being black. But do I need to go down my resume of all the black shit I've done to prove to the people who want to call me a colorist that I'm not a colorist? No. What I have to do is create an award show that increases inclusion of black media. I have to create a brand called Black Brands Matter to be able to create a conversation online and clothes that people can wear to promote being proud of being black. And I have to become a successful entrepreneur as a black man. But I don't have to go and do 20,000 interviews dispelling rumors of being a colorist.
Well, that's probably why he answered the question that he did. Because, I mean, if you look at it, first of all, how old is he's under 30, okay? And he's been famous for a significantly long time. He's had multiple albums out. I think that all of them are like platinum or something like that. Like, he's an underwear model for what?
Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein, Dior. Like, he's got like all of these, you know, massive luxury brands.
We get it, but he's from Harlem.
Yeah, I get it.
And he goes back regularly to Harlem. You can't be in Harlem and not feel the black renaissance of Harlem. Even when I'm walking down the street in Harlem, I feel my blackness.
Right.
You don't? I know you do.
I mean,
even if you stop by Melba's for some potato salad.
Well, he did say I'm black. He didn't deny that.
So I guess what the translation I got from him, what he said was, there is no way that I can avoid understanding the struggle. I'm black, and that's what it is. It's in our fucking DNA. That's what it is. So stop asking me what I think about these particular instances. They're fucked up. It's obvious.
But I ain't over there. I'm in Soho and Beverly Hills. You're taking it a little too.
And that's why I feel like it was some fatigue there, like because it sounded a little angry.
But also,
it's no excuse,
also, there's a little bit of elitism to his comment. Totally. I live in Soho and Beverly Hills. Yes, motherfucker, you do. You live a very comfy lifestyle. You are rich as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So your perspective has probably been altered by the amount of time that you have been famous and living comfortably.
Yeah. I will say I recently went back to my hometown. And, you know, you'll see this play out this season. And I went back to where I used to hang out when I was 19, 20. And I mean, I was in the dirtiest dirt. I was in the dirt. When I tell you I came from the dirt, I was in the streets. But to go back and run into like old friends and this and that, it was a trigger for me to go, damn, I've come a long way.
Yeah.
But there's also the responsibility of having conversations where I can put out, people have said I'm a colorist or this or that on our platform. So that way I can continue to talk through and have a conversation where it goes both ways.
But do you think that you would have done that at the age of 28? Do you think that your perspective, your perspective would have been
28? I was still in the trenches of working. I mean, I'm 41, so 28, I was still working at the union. I was in hospitals every day working with everyday workers.
A lot of very mature and mature thinking, attached to life experiences, the ups and downs of life is attached to the opinion that we have in terms of what we think he should have said, what we think he should feel, what we think he should do, it is natural to think you have a platform, be responsible with it. Not everybody feels that way. They're like, yo, I just wanted to get rich, get money, fuck bitches, live on yachts and shit. He's doing that. He's living his version of a dream. We don't know what he's going to become in the next 2 years, 3 years. Who knew Bieber was going to be, as enlightened as he is at his age?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever, spiritual, emotional, mental transformation he went through, that's his personal journey. And he sounds completely different from like the douchebag he used to sound like. But that's his
Growth.
journey. Who knows? Maybe this stint in a Swedish prison is definitely is going to change his perspective, and he's going to be a little bit more, a little bit more sensitive.
I mean, listen, no matter what prison you're in, whether it's Swedish prison and you're sipping cocktails in it or not, when you can't leave a place and you're confined to it and you're restricted from moving and having freedom.
Prison sucks.
Prison is prison. I was in Burbank jail for 2 days with this motherfucker playing solitaire. And I'm telling you, that nigga would scream at me about being too loud. Bitch, I'm shuffling cards. The fuck else can we do?
Jail's not fun.
I will say jail's not good for people with ADHD either.
Jail is terrible.
You're stuck in this little room. And
one of the worst, like I was in.
we had a shower in the same room, so we had to shower at the same time. It was nice.
Yeah, where was I? It's called the Tombs. So if you live in New York or the tri-state area, you know about the Tombs. It's central booking. And yeah.
You was in there?
Oh shit, yeah.
What the hell was you doing in there? What was Melyssa doing in the Tombs?
It's a really long fucking funny story, but I'm watching like fucking crackheads go through withdrawal. I was like, oh God.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
I would not go to the bathroom. I definitely had a cheese sandwich because I was fucking starving. And at one point when I'm like in the arraignment box, this guy says to me, he was like, yo, Miss Ford, can I get an autograph? I'm like, not the right fucking time, asshole. Okay, I'm about to get arraigned.
He might
I'm
have
trying
sent
to
you
get
some
out of here.
Cheetos or something.
No,
you should
I
have gave him an autograph.
First of all,
Listen, I was trying to avoid going to Rikers.
But first of all, you getting the rain ain't got nothing to do with him being a fan wanting a picture. You stop and take a picture.
I did not think that
And
the
get some
judge would find that
preferential
appropriate.
Well, the judge didn't find whatever you was going to prison for appropriate either.
I'm just glad to have lived through that
So
experience.
are we protesting Sweden or are we just...
No, I mean, look, at this point,
listen,
ASAP needs to come out and do this interview so we can get to the bottom line.
Listen, I'm cancel fatigued. Okay, we're canceling people. We're canceling countries.
We're just
we're
putting it
canceling fucking IKEA. We're canceling everything.
Are
Okay,
we not standing with ASAP on this movement?
What does Lil Nas had to say about it?
Lil Nas X?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably nothing. All right, so he needs to come out and say something.
Lil Nas X?
He needs to come out and say something.
It's time for another Hollywood hookup.
Woo!
I don't know about you guys, but every once in a while, it's really hard to get over an ex. You know, you kind of want to feel like you want to detox them out of your life, or at least out of your hoo-ha or
Your
the JJ,
hoo-ha.
whatever you want to call it. Goddess Detox is a holistic wellness company that provides herbal self-love.
Okay.
So is it like herbal tea?
For your vajayjay, yes.
Oh.
Come on,
okay.
somebody.
These are herbal self-love inspired products for women to detox physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And you know we need that, ladies. They have a very popular product, ladies, called the Goddess Vaginal Detox Pearls, which are an all-natural herbal suppository that you put inside your vajayjay.
That's right. Pop it in.
It has helped women decrease their cramps on their menstrual cycle. It's helped to regulate their menstrual cycles, helped women get pregnant, helped women reduce pain who have endometriosis and polycystic ovarian syndrome. And it's also helped them detox their exes.
That's right.
Yes. The energy of your exes tends to linger.
So is this like a car wash for your pussy, pretty much?
I'm not even going to address that right now, okay? So if you're trying to get your ex's energy out of you, then their Goddess Detox Pearls are perfect for you. It's also been beneficial for women to reconnect with themselves and release negative energy. They also have a really cool in-home vaginal steaming combo
There it is.
that
Open that
you
up. I
can-
need to see what that is.
You can steam your vagina from the privacy of your home.
It's the pot.
You know, just
Calling the kettle black.
ignore these guys, okay? Because they don't know our struggle, ladies.
That
okay?
looks
So there you
nice.
go.
That looks like what you bathe a child in.
It's really, really pretty. I like that.
Okay, so what do you do with that? You sit on top of that and plug in. What do you do?
Okay, so if you don't know what vaginal steaming is, apparently you guys don't.
I don't.
It's an old tradition that many women in other countries still practice today, where women sit over a pot of boiling, steaming herbs so that the medicinal properties of the herbs get into your uterus and your vajayjay and promote womb health.
Yes, this is perfect for a hot girl summer.
Okay. The benefits are similar to the Goddess Detox Pearls, except you don't have to insert anything inside of you, which some of you might be uncomfortable with, and it's a quicker cleanse. You can follow them on Instagram at Goddess Detox. That's GODDESSDETOX, or visit their website, goddessdetox.org, for more information. Their products have helped over 20,000 women.
And I will say, Goddess Detox is one of our premier advertisers. They do. I mean, I love how she's built her company and how she really does develop really great marketing content. I mean, people do engage the content, and clearly women are buying it. So shout out to her.
And honestly, the reviews they're through the roof. Mm-hmm. So go over to goddessdetox.org or at Goddess Detox on Instagram, and that is your Hollywood hookup.
All right, Mariah Carey is a prude.
Yeah, well, that's what she says. By her own admission, she says, I am kind of a prude. She's revealed that she's only been with 5 men in her life. Sexually, yeah. In a new cover feature for Cosmopolitan, Mariah Carey opened up about her sex life.
So does the vagina dry up if you're not fucking regularly or no?
It probably stay juicy. No, I wouldn't know.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you have the vagina. Answer the question.
I know I do. Mine is...
Well, yours has regular traffic.
Oh, look, I'm not in this. Hold up, let me shuffle my
You
notes.
just had a whole detox.
You said traffic, though. There is this.
That means this car is stuck.
This is no. Okay,
Wait, is traffic the wrong word?
The 405 is...
Okay, I apologize. The thing is, this show moves so fast, I don't even know what words to use.
Okay.
Traffic is not the fucking word, okay? I think you're mistaking co-hosts. Hello. Anyways.
Wait, are you talking about April?
I didn't say anything. I'm just
We've
saying.
only had one other female
I'm just
co-host.
saying, no, I'm just saying we have.
April is in a relationship
I
with
wasn't
Fizz.
talking to. I didn't say anything. I just said you have me mistaken with somebody else.
Y'all
See,
cool.
this is the thing, Melyssa. You get to be shady because you do it in a nice, sly. Like I didn't say no names. You did.
Can we talk about Mariah Carey and her 5 sex partners?
Okay, no more traffic. So your traffic is.
I do not. There is no.
You can't call it traffic, bruh. Traffic.
There is. Making it seem like there's multiple, and Jesus Christ.
Was that the wrong word?
Yes, it's the wrong word.
But what was the word he said before traffic? He said it got
extreme.
extreme.
I don't know what they're.
Oh my God.
Okay, listen. As a matter of fact, I don't know. Maybe this might be a little bit TMI, but whenever I'd be in the change room with my girlfriends, they were like, "Yours is so little," and I'm
What's
like,
little?
My
minute,
situation is
wait.
little.
It's tiny.
I do not have I don't have a big cat. I have a little one. I have a little front to back.
Wait, so those big cats, is it because it has like some kind of infection or something?
No, I
man.
mean some women just have larger size vaginas. Vajayjays.
Do guys like women with large vaginas?
They do.
They do? Mm-hmm. Why?
I have no idea. That's the thing, though.
So you prefer a woman with large vagina?
It don't really matter. I don't be like, oh man, so fat. Like it is what it is.
Okay, so
All vaginas good.
Mine is little. Mine is little.
So is that good or bad?
I think it's fabulous.
When you say it's little,
let's just say I will probably never need vaginal rejuvenation in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what if somebody knocked that left wall out? Then what?
Knock the wall down.
No.
Bulldoze it down.
Be like a SWAT team in that shit.
You know what?
That's multiple people again.
Yeah,
Stop saying team and traffic.
Yeah.
Stop using T when it comes to vagina.
I have never had a
that.
complaint. I've only had praise. Thank you very much. We're just going to leave it there, okay?
Traffic.
So let's talk about Mariah Carey and her sex life. Since she opened up and talked about her sex life, she said, I haven't had that many. But there has been a variety pack. She called it a variety pack. But okay.
Variety pack.
I've only been with 5 people in my life.
So let's count them.
So
Nick Cannon.
Floyd
Mayweather. No, I'm just playing.
What?
I'm playing. They're best friends. I always joke. I just scratch that. I always Jack.
Oh.
I always joke that they're best friends because they have such a good friendship that I feel like they should just be together. I think Floyd, you and Mariah should figure it out.
Okay, so she names them. Okay, so she's currently dating her former backup
Brian
dancer.
Tanaka.
Yes, 36-year-old Brian Tanaka.
Still my Facebook friend.
She was previously married to music exec Tommy Mottola.
Okay, Tommy.
Back from 1993 to 1998.
Okay.
She called herself, she basically said I was like a child bride.
Okay.
She married Nick Cannon from 2008 to 2016, whom she shares 2 kids.
That's 3.
That's 3. And la 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 la.
Kelvin, why are the other 2 fucking names not in here?
She didn't say them.
Well, Mariah, don't come out here with this fake news and not tell us who else is in the goddamn rafters. We want to know who else was in the kitty cat.
Yeah, she really.
How old is Mariah Carey at this point?
Isn't she like 50?
She's not 50 years old.
Oh God, she'll kill me.
Put
for
some
saying
respect
that.
on her name.
Listen, look, what J-Lo isn't J-Lo 50 now? She looks
60?
amazing. Oh wait, you
called
can't
her
say
60 or 50?
I said 50, and you cannot say J-Lo and Mariah Carey in the same sentence. I don't know her. Like that's what Mariah Carey says every time. Every time. She's 49. See? And she looks fabulous
She looks
for
amazing.
49. She looks fabulous in general, okay? Aside from her relationships, Mariah also threw some slight shade. No.
And who?
At the new type of pop stars that are currently out.
Yeah.
People have no idea what I went through as a child to even get to be an 18-year-old girl with a record deal. This was before you could just go on YouTube and sing. They don't do $2 million videos anymore. Anybody can make a video now. A lot of artists say they write, but they don't really write. No offense to anybody. That's just what I've seen. And she added, a lot of girls are just nude in front of everybody. She said, no offense to them.
I mean, I feel like it comes from a real place. She is shady though, but I feel like it comes from a real place.
Shady boots.
But she comes from an era where, like, she didn't have to be naked. Like, you just got to see a little bit of cleavage of her, and it was like, oh man, I wonder what it's like.
Well,
Like,
that's because she had a damn voice and she was amazing.
she was selling a lot of the appeal rather than just giving it all to you. I
She
remember
was
being a
doing
little
what
kid, like,
yeah, she was doing what Whitney Houston did. She was
Yeah.
singing.
she was singing, but she was still sexy. Like, she'll give you the legs out and the little shorts and the little cleavage, but that'd be it. You
No.
don't get
She wasn't.
I don't think I don't think Mariah Carey's ever thought it as sexy.
Mariah Carey. Yes, she was sexy.
I don't think sexy.
Why do you think Nick Cannon was like, this needs to be my wife?
No, hold on.
Nah, Mariah Carey
Wait,
was definitely
wait,
considered
wait,
sexy.
wait. No.
Mariah Carey has
Yes.
never been in the same sentence as sexy.
No,
that's
there
not
was
true.
Listen, there was phases. Okay, so while
That's
she
not
was
true.
when she was married to Tommy Mottola, who married her
She was cute.
very shortly after her breakout performance of Vision of Love. I swear to God, I heard that shit at 4:00 in the morning. It woke me up.
Wait, was she was sexy then to you?
No, she wasn't. So basically, she
was
said
cute.
he was controlling. So he
Okay.
controlled her image.
He controlled her cuteness.
Well, yeah, they wanted her to be like, on every radio station, top 40,
Okay, she was
easy
cute.
listening. Okay. When she left him was when she broke out the booty shorts and
Yeah.
I want puffy, I want ODB.
She had a sexy
No,
face.
she was-
She was on
sure.
roller
She was
coasters.
very
Yeah.
pretty.
No, she
she was
was
sexy.
going for sexy.
She was sexy.
Yeah, remember what was the video with Puffy? With
She
Diddy?
had a couple sexy videos.
Yeah,
I
and
remember.
she's like in a tiny short dress.
Yeah.
Mariah took her clothes. She was,
But she
was-
did it in
yeah.
a way where I can understand for her looking at today. It's like, well, it's just different times.
But in her mind, her talent always superseded
Yeah.
the physical. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to. She could have a paper bag on. Her vocal, prowess was what sold records.
But I think she has
made
to
her-
understand it's a time where people can do both, where they can have the talent, and if they want to look like that, they're
Here's
free
an
to
even
do
better.
that.
Here's an even better question. Who do you think she's shading? Who do you think she's shading?
I don't care. Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of social media, are you gonna go see the new Mermaid, the Little Mermaid? Because
I'm 100%
course.
going, just specifically because people tried to come for that young lady,
Oh, my God.
Halle Bailey. Yeah, no, fuck that.
Before you get into that,
I
let me
feel
just
that.
say right now, Hollywood Unlocked commits to buying out a theater in the hood. Or
Yes.
whatever hood anywhere.
Okay.
But you take the girls, because I ain't about to go look at the mermaid.
Okay, I can't wait.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So social media reacted to Halle Bailey, not to be mistaken with Halle Berry, which there was that.
On Twitter.
Yeah, it was very confusing. Halle Berry was like, wait, I'm going to be Ariel? And she was like, oh, that one. Okay, gotcha. She's been cast as Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Disney has decided to cast Halle from Chloe.
And Halle.
Chloe and Halle. as Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Aren't they twins? How do you pick which one?
They're not twins.
They're not twins.
okay.
They're sisters,
No,
though.
yeah.
And they're both musically amazing.
Yeah, they are.
They were guests on Wild 'N Out. I don't know if their episode is aired yet, but I was able to interview them backstage. My podcast was shut down after that interview, but it was a great interview. And these are Beyonce's girls. These
And
girls
they were
are
on Grownish. That's the show. Yeah, Grownish.
they're super talented. I
Yeah,
mean, if
they're
you
dope.
ever see them perform live, their melodic voices in the music and just it's amazing. And so what I really thought was so fucked up was they were not giving her the credit deserved. There were memes that popped up that said that Beyonce had only agreed to do Lion King if they can get these girls and all her other artists in Disney movies, which is funny for social media. And of course, we posted it because it was hilarious. But I thought it was pretty. I think it was wrong. I mean, this girl's on her come up.
Kind of.
You know, the girl's on her come up. Just put some respect on her name.
No, that's kind of a good angle with it, though.
Listen.
But it's still not. That don't mean you're not talented. If somebody can leverage an opportunity for you, I mean, if you sign to somebody and you working under somebody, that's what it's all about.
Let me tell you something. When you're in it and you're on the rise, and if you get a little push by somebody,
Yeah.
who cares?
And you kill it when
because
you get
still
the
gotta
push.
kill it. Like
Yeah.
the push can get you in the room, but Disney ain't signing you if you can't kill it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, let's go back to The Little Mermaid and talk about, how Twitter was in a freaking frenzy. Their Twitter users sounded off on this imaginary cartoon stating that they should have kept the race of the character white with tweets like, I want Ariel to be white. No hate to my skin or nothing, but that's how I've seen her since I was born. White girl.
I think there was a GoFundMe account or a petition to keep Ariel white.
Red hair. People have way too much time on their hands and are being
They even went as
distracted by
far.
stupid shit.
They even went as far as to say that the only little black Disney character or one of those characters that's black, that they need to make her white, or they need to be able to have black characters white. But what they don't realize is there aren't that many black characters to make white.
Right.
That's why this is such a big deal.
Okay. Well, there are people that are totally here for Ariel. They've sounded off in support of the casting. Said one person in particular said, "Read this. Ariel is a cartoon fish woman whose race has zero correlation with her story. If the original cartoon portrayed Ariel as a black fish woman, the story would not change." Disney's Freeform, a network, is silencing all the critics with a thorough clapback in support of its Grownish star with. Yes, the original author of The Little Mermaid an open letter to poor unfortunate souls. Yes, the original author of The Little Mermaid was Danish. Ariel is a mermaid. She lives in an underwater imaginary kingdom in international waters and can legit swim wherever she wants, even though that often upsets
Don't tell me they said
King
black
Triton.
girls can't swim, because they better not go there.
They're not going there.
Okay.
Yes. But for the sake of argument, let's just say that Ariel too is Danish. Danish mermaids can be black because Danish people can be black. Ariel can sneak up to the surface at any time with her pals, Scuttle, and the
Where are we
Jamaican.
going with this goddamn fucking shit?
They're basically saying
But
that
can we get to the basic part?
Her pal Scuttle.
Who the fuck is Scuttle?
You didn't watch The Little Mermaid?
Yeah, you
no,
didn't.
but I know T.S. Madison wants to be Ursula, and I'm here for it. T.S. Madison.
Oh, I can see
I think
that.
Melissa McCarthy is.
Well, because of course, her big ass gonna get everything.
She's actually lost a lot of weight.
I know, that's why I said it, just so we could say congratulations.
Yeah, she's actually lost.
No, but
a
I
lot
mean,
of
why
weight.
can't T.S. Madison be Ursula?
She could be Ursula.
She could be.
She could be Ursula.
She knows all the songs.
No, but here's the thing. We don't. What I don't like
Under the
is we don't
sea.
have to make it an all white production or an all black production. Make it multi fucking cultural.
about
Excuse
this?
me.
Keep the prince.
Terry Crews wants to be the little guy with the sword. What's his name? Terry Crews wants to be in it too.
Okay, again, I said
The
make it
Jamaican-
multicultural, but whatever. And just for everybody who's never gotten on a fucking plane and left, their neighborhood, Danish people can be black.
This is the problem. Why are grown people so invested in a little kid production? Not saying
That
grown
part.
people can't go see The Little Mermaid, but this is for kids. Why are you putting up petitions? You have all this time on Twitter for something a 5 to 6 to 7-year-old is supposed to enjoy.
Okay, well, listen, I'll just round it off by saying that the original voice of Ariel, whose name is Jodie Benson, she is here for Hallie being playing the character.
What
There
would
we go.
she be if she wasn't?
What they all better be careful is y'all coming for Beyonce's artist. That's what y'all really missing. And people don't really realize in this city, I don't know if Beyonce is the petty type to pick up a phone and be like, don't give it to her. But if you're coming for Beyonce's artist, that means you're coming for Beyonce's investment. That means you fucking with her coins, which means eventually it's going to catch up with you. Let this little girl live. And you're bullying a little girl. How old is she? Same age as Lil Nas?
She's young. She's young.
What is she, like 18?
They missed that whole
sick
point.
of-
18,
Y'all
19?
missed the whole point. I'm saying they say I'm bullying Lil Nas. Fuck it, move on.
Never
Okay,
mind.
what's the next subject?
Okay.
Wendy Williams, congratulations. She's out here. Wendy got her groove back.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I seen her out there
Yes, she
getting
did. So we
Cozy on the couch.
Yeah, exactly. A few
With a
weeks
couple
ago,
people.
we saw Wendy Williams roaming the streets of LA and New York with a
Roaming sounds like when you have no home and you're just walking around.
new. Okay, well, she was strolling.
Was she parading?
was
Strolling is when you look like you're looking for a SWAT team to beat
Parading?
that pussy
No,
up.
no, it doesn't.
Parading?
She was.
She was
No, that is
gallivanting.
No, that was
Gallivanting.
She's not gallivanting.
What is gallivanting?
That is a lot of energy. Okay, that is a lot. That's what you do with the motherfucking Abbey. Okay. Speaking of which, I went to the Abbey with this motherfucker, and he kept pushing this. You know, you're gonna stop fucking trying to give away my goddamn vagina. Okay,
Why?
stop it.
At the
Stop
Abbey?
it.
Who was you giving it
okay,
to?
no, because a lot of the bartenders are straight, and I will say
Do you
that
have a
they're.
hickey on your neck?
Fuck you, no.
Excuse me. Is
I
that a
do
hickey?
not.
Turn over a little bit. Yeah, damage. Look at her neck right there.
I don't.
Oh, yes, you do. Look, turn your neck. Show damage.
I don't have.
Turn your neck and show it to damage. What is that?
Nah, that's not hickey.
That is a hickey.
I'm about to say
It's
you
not
keeping
a
it
hickey.
real classic with a hickey.
It's not a hickey. I don't even know. I might have a rash. Thanks for pointing it out.
That ain't no rash.
Anyways.
Somebody been sucking on that thing.
No. There was a bartender at the Abbey this week.
He was good looking.
Good looking ain't the word. This motherfucker was fine. But that did not mean that I wanted to have anything to do with him, not even conversation.
Melissa, I think, had a jacket or some kind of cover thing. She took it off. Her ass, Melissa has a shape that is just, even if you're gay, when she walks by, you're going to look at
It's
her ass.
iconic.
Okay. She had these black pants on, and she had, I think, heels on and a black tight shirt, so it was really body fitting. She's like,
I was wearing a jumpsuit.
I think I see a friend. I need to go see. So she's walking all around the
She
bar.
gallivanted, okay.
She gallivanted all around the bar so this nigga could look
Good
at
to
her.
know.
I got a phone
He
call.
looks like Aladdin on steroids. Like he's built, he's Indian, his hair's up, whatever.
Yeah.
Your friend ain't walking around the Abbey.
I
She thought she saw her friend.
I thought I saw.
You had to give him a preview.
Give your rationale about why you walked around the bar like 5 times.
Well, I just walked around once. Exaggeration much. I thought I saw somebody I knew, number one. Number two, I took a phone call. So there's that.
Well, he and she were disappeared for a while. I don't know where the bartender was gone. People were getting
lies.
drinks.
Wait,
Stop
y'all dipped
lying.
off?
No, lies.
But did you give him a
I
preview?
didn't go anywhere
Women know when you
near
give
him.
the. Did you
No,
give a preview?
he wasn't paying any attention to me.
Oh, he was paying
Yes, he
attention.
was. Yes, he
No.
was staring her down. And every time I kept trying to make a connection, she kept turning her head. But
yeah.
I don't know how I ended up with Melyssa and a bunch of lesbians. Now, I love lesbians. I just don't have a bunch of. I don't hang out with a group of lesbians. But this was a fun group of lesbians, and we ran into Breezy, by the way.
Yeah, we did. And I ended up watching All American, funny enough.
I left you there. Did you say?
Not for long. Like, I'd had way too much champagne and vodka. I was like, I need to take my fucking ass
Melyssa
home.
did see a woman that she would sleep with at the Abbey, though.
Did she?
No, I said if
Okay.
I was a lesbian, she would be my type.
Was she kind of like a masculine, or was she feminine?
No, she was.
She's a little bold?
No, she was.
She was like a pretty butch.
She was a. Yeah, I guess
A little
so.
bit, but-
She had tattoos all the way up to her neck.
Oh, okay, so she had a little edge.
Yeah.
She had tattoos everywhere, but she was still feminine, but like.
She was tall and slender.
You
and
could tell she's like.
But these are the conversations I like, because anytime a guy says to me, man, if I was to be gay, that conversation right there, I'm telling you, don't ever have that conversation with me. Because that's that little window that I need. I just need that little window.
Yeah.
If you don't want me to harass you, you got to be very clear. I will never fuck with a nigga no matter what. That I may give you a pass, maybe. But if you say, oh man, if I was gay, that's it.
Have people ever said that to you though?
Are you crazy?
Oh my God, are you kidding? Yeah, then
What?
that window has presented itself
And I
more
climbed
times
through,
than I can
and
count
I climbed through
in
like the
front of
SWAT
me.
team.
Exactly.
I climbed through like the SWAT team, motherfucker, guns
Send
blazing.
the troops?
Oh my God, if he does anything that is remotely suspect, Jason's eyebrow goes up and then he starts plotting and I'm like,
I'm just a hopeless romantic.
and I just sit there, I'm like, okay.
I'm a hopeless romantic. Every relationship I get in is hopeless. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I still keep trying.
Yeah, no, listen,
That's another way to call yourself a thought.
The thought is over here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a
Thank
hopeless
you.
romantic.
The
I'm
thought
looking-
is over there.
No, but
okay?
but I will say that I'm getting near the end of my thought days.
How long has that lasted? Like 15 years?
No.
Okay.
50.
You know when it's
15.
You know when it's weighing on your
No, I've been a
spirit,
thought
man.
since I was probably 15.
Okay, so closer to
about
like 30.
Closer to 30.
Yeah.
I'm retiring soon.
Yeah. So listen, I'm extraordinarily straight, but there have been a couple of girls that, like when a TV gets like static on it, or feedback in your earphones. There's only been a couple of girls where I was just like, I'm confused right now.
Well, if a guy
Why?
says to me, I'm extremely straight, but
That
don't
girl
put
was
no
one.
but in the sentence.
That girl was one. Rosa Acosta would be another one.
Rosa gonna be trying to eat your pussy now. You just said
she
that.
gets everybody confused. Okay, anybody who
Not me.
any woman who.
Really?
I ain't never thought of fucking Rosa.
Never.
I love Dominicans too, but no. Rosa's beautiful. She's one of the baddest girls in my phone. But to me, I don't get moved. I stay in my lane. The only time I veer out my lane is when I'm in lane with a nigga who says, I'm extremely straight, but. Then I'd be like, get in the car and let's go on a ride.
So there's nothing about.
I stay in my lane.
That's interesting.
I stay in my lane too.
All right, y'all, it's time for another Hollywood hookup. Now, I have a lot of friends out there that are losing their hair and they're not even in their mid-20s yet.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
It's an epidemic, but don't worry. I have something for you that you can use, even if you're not losing your hair, if you just need, help with your sexual wellness or you just want to feel
Some
good.
of you guys need help with your sexual wellness.
If you just want to feel good as a grown man, I have a product for you, and it's called Hims. Now, I'm going to give you a quick little tidbit. 66% of men start to lose their hair by 35, and my friends
sucks.
are losing their hair by 25. And once you start noticing the thinning, it can be too late. So you need to jump on it now. That's why I'm telling you the solution for this problem. It's forhims.com. It's a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, I had that glow, and sexual wellness for men.
You are glowing.
Thank you.
It must be the hymn.
Must be the Hims. So this is how it works. Hims is helping guys be the best version of themselves with licensed physicians and FDA-approved products to help treat hair loss. That means no snake oil pills or the stuff you get from the gas station that sometimes I'll be wanting to buy because it looks.
Don't do it.
Okay, yeah. And it's prescription solutions backed by science, okay? Not just by the cool graphic in the gas
that
station.
stuff.
That sometimes it's just backed by that. Hims was created by a guy who knows men's health conversations are easier online than in person, okay?
That's true. You guys don't like to talk about this stuff.
Nah, man, because it's our personal life. So no more awkward in-person visits to the doctors. Even they're like make you uncomfortable. It's like, and it's the doctor. Or pharmacy lines. Nope. For Hims connects you with real doctors online, which could save you hours, okay? No driving, no parking, no standing, and it's completely confidential and discreet. So if you got a wife or a girlfriend, she doesn't even know you're doing it. She doesn't even know you're getting better for her. It's a secret for you, but that benefits her. Get it? Okay.
We like when things benefit us.
You just answer a few quick questions and a doctor will review and they'll determine what's right for you. They can prescribe you medication to treat your hair loss and it can be shipped directly to your door.
Front door service.
Yep. So get hair loss treatment. Everyone's talking about. It's featured in GQ magazine. That's a magazine I actually read. Men's Health. I love that magazine too. Esquire and Playboy. These are all my favorite magazines, and it has been featured in there.
That's awesome. I read them too.
You should.
I do.
So get this. Order now. My listeners can get started with Hims Complete Hair Kit for just $5 today, right now, okay, while supplies last and subject to doctor's approval. See websites for the full details and safety information, okay? This could cost you hundreds if you went to the doctor's or a pharmacy somewhere else. So this is what you do. Go to forhims.com/unlocked. That's FORHIMS.com/unlocked. forhims.com/unlocked. And that was your Hollywood hookup.
Hook up.
You've been hooked.
Anyways, okay, so back to Wendy Williams. Who
I
was,
forgot we were talking about her.
We were because we started talking about strolling, and then we started talking about gallivanting, and then we just started talking about I don't know, dick. I don't know.
You and that bartender dipping off.
We did not dip off. We don't believe him, everybody.
So do you
We
give
did not.
previews though? Like if you see a guy you think is like you're attracted to, would you do like a little stroll around or like something so he can like fully see you? Have you ever done that?
I don't need to stroll for a guy to fully
not
see
stroll,
me.
but like,
I mean, I've kind of
get in the eye.
I've kind of had a few pictures out for a little while that kind of showcase
But
all my
still.
goods and stuff.
Well, first of all, we're going to get limited ads on this show.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know.
No, you just.
I sit there.
Ah.
I sit there because I'm very old school and traditional, and I still believe in a guy coming over to me and letting his interest be known. I'm
So
old
you want him to-
school.
I had a guy come over and let his interest be known one time on a flight. This stranger jacked me off, and I didn't know what to do.
Wait, what?
What? Lies.
Make it
No, I swear to God.
No.
I
On
swear
the
to God.
plane?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
crazy. I don't know. Is that the Mile High Club or is that some real?
No, that's not Mile High. That's
What-
that's Southwest Airlines.
It wasn't Southwest. I think it was. It wasn't Southwest. What flight was that?
Spirit. It was fucking Spirit. Okay.
Yeah, the spirit.
Well, either way, it was inappropriate.
Frontier.
It was inappropriate as
really
you
was.
let him.
I'm trying to clean up my image.
You told a story about a dude sucking your dick and threw up. Okay,
Yep.
that's already in
and
the
he,
ether.
and he washed it off and kept on sucking.
Exactly. So we're
No,
keeping,
but that was more of an inspirational story about not giving up. Can we move on to the next subject, please?
Okay, well, apparently Wendy Williams, who is in the process of divorcing her husband of 22 years, is hanging out with a 27-year-old fashion designer named Mark Tomlin. And congratulations, girl, he's kind of sort of fine. The two were seen locking eyes together and even holding hands.
Locking eyes.
Yes, Williams revealed but she said that they're absolutely not an item. Wendy. Okay.
She just been through. She don't need that.
She needs to no.
She don't need nothing locked in.
No,
she
okay.
needs to be free.
Wendy's energy on her show right now is so fire. I'm so
Exactly.
happy for
We
her.
want this for her.
I text her. We text each other on 4th of July, and I was just, I check on her to make sure like ain't nobody fucking with her till I got your back. But more importantly, it just looks so good to see her happy.
Right.
And she talked about hanging out with the Kardashians. She's now, I guess, a friend with. She's friendly with Kim and Chris.
Look at that.
Okay. Well, here's the thing: is she says that Mark Tomlin is just a friend.
Yeah.
She said she's not in love, but she likes somebody a lot. And she also says, "Y'all think I'm messing around with a 27-year-old." Well, it's kind of what we hoped. But
No, we do. She didn't know.
no, why not?
Oh wait.
Why
yeah,
wouldn't
no,
you?
I'm with that.
Why not? Yeah. I mean,
Shit, I got 27-year-olds.
yeah. I mean, I get it, but when it comes to the comfort of a man, I need somebody in his 50s too. Okay, that's very pragmatic.
She need both.
However, I will say,
You single, Wendy. Do
I will
both.
say around the 50s mark, you kind of Viagra girl. Anyways, before
So
yeah.
do you slip it in his drink? Would you crush it up?
Well,
Like,
here's the
or you
problem.
just like,
no,
yo, take
no,
it.
no. Here's the problem with that. You cannot slip Viagra in somebody's drink because, I don't know, he could have a history of fucking heart disease, and you can give him a
damn.
heart attack.
But just a little bit, like half.
Yeah, at least he dies happy.
Yeah.
True.
He dies erect.
That's one way that you could go out having sex. A heart attack during sex.
I want to go. I want
That's
to. I want to
terrible.
go out in my sleep. Fuck that. I just buy. I'm telling
Go
everybody,
out-
buy now.
Go out in your sleep after sex is the way to go out.
All right. Well, listen. Either way, however you go out, you're gonna go out like we about to go out of this show. It's been great, but we gotta go. Peace.
All right, bye
Too
everybody.
soon.